Who knows? 80% are all AI upscaled? Gotcha. Or I guess you didn't specify. Are they AI upscaled or manually upscaled? Ooh, stuttering. Let's go, baby. Apologies for that. I am not savvy enough to understand what actually causes the stuttering that happens with Dolphin. I know it was the CPU disk speed when we did Shadow the Hedgehog, but this is like, Colors DX runs on like a modified custom version of Dolphin. So I don't know if that's like an option I can change or anything. Gotcha, okay. That makes sense then. Are you using technology? Not allowed. Can't believe this guy's shortcuts with AI. See, that's what I figured, but I wasn't sure. Because I was looking through a couple mods. I won't say what they were, but I was looking through a couple mods, and it seemed that one of the mod authors were very particular about saying that they were done by hand and not AI upscaled, so I didn't know if there was a stigma against AI upscaling or not. So, I wasn't sure on that, obviously, as I began that sentence by saying I'm not sure on that. Yes, because Trip from Superstars came first, of course. Hey, you also have the spin dash, too. Trip doesn't have that in spike mode. Wow. Dude, that stinks. The pollen allergies? That's rough. Especially this time of year. Wish it could end? I mean, I'm sure it'll end eventually. Maybe just not as quickly as you want it to. Maybe this will be an audio-only stream for you. Holy crap, we're really cooking. Well, I might do just 2 parts of this then. We'll see. Maybe I'll do 3 parts that are just a little bit shorter. I just like making things a little bit shorter and splitting them into parts because I think it's easier to digest as a viewer. And if you're like, well, Stelmo, you're just artificially creating more content even though it's all the same thing. You're absolutely right. But I like it more this way. Because more people watch the videos when they're split up, and if you just want to wait, you can just wait until it's all released if you don't like the style of that. Oh, that falls. I thought that was going to be an elevator. Well, because originally when I would do playthroughs, I would upload like a 4-hour VOD, and I was like, oh, I mean, I'm sure people will really, like, enjoy it, that it's just all there in one video, but then they wouldn't watch it and then wouldn't come back to it, where I feel like folks come back to things a little bit more because they're split up into parts, and you can still view it in its entirety anyway. Oh, you have to redo the section. That's interesting. I just messed up. Oh, it's not hitting the spring, or the dash panel. That was interesting. Is this the goal ring? I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. Go ahead and just do that, I guess. For sure. Oh! So it does only go. That's really interesting. It only goes to the stage that you reach. What act was that? Was that Planet? I mean, I guess we'll be able to find out. Well, I guess we're gonna be doing the rest of colors like this, because I don't have a full save file. That's funny. Well, that's a shame, because I really like the carryover mechanic of the egg shuttle, but it's really not that big of a deal. So there's just gonna be a little bit of delay and such between the levels. Hey, what up, Philip? How you doing today, bud? Welcome to the stream arena, Reno. Is this the mod that takes out the filler axe? I don't believe I have it set to take out the filler axe. Because there's like multiple different settings, and I believe I just chose the regular game. Unless this is different. I like colors, but I'm not so familiar with it that I would notice a very discernible difference if level design were changed. Bye, horsey. I don't know who this horsey is that Aniv's talking about, but I'm kind of concerned. Now school today, so you got to get it. Yo! Well, you're done, right? Your exams were done last week, so now you get to just vibe. I'm okay with not having hover. I usually end up using hover in this section and just fall back down anyway, so. Or that happens and the game lags. Because I just have so many rings. Or I just fall anyway. Oh. Okay. In before the... Stelmo, you failed this section like 6 times, dude. That's what timestamps are for. I think that... oh my God. I think the timestamp route was definitely the better route to go when it comes to the VODs. Because it preserves if you want to see all the fails, but you also have an easy way to skip them if you want to. Okay. I learned how to dodge a bullet. That's good. Whoop. Excuse me there, feller. Maybe hover was the right choice. I don't know. Yay, now we get to spam through menus and cutscenes. It's padding for more watch time. At least now we don't have the risk of if the game crashes, then we lose all the progress and have to get back to the point. I mean, it's not like Colors is that long, and I enjoy playing the game, but that would be a little frustrating. Oh, the acts are just in a different order? Oh, I thought I did the original. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did the default order. It's cool. The only game that we agree on that we both like Chaos is Sonic 3 and Knuckles, so... I don't know how you're surprised. We differ on opinions on this one. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm definitely not familiar enough with the colors to know the difference. I wouldn't be playing this if I didn't enjoy it. And every time I finish a level, I can now put in an ad, so there can be like 50 bajillion ads in this thing. Actually, now I go through, because I was normally just good with the automatic placement of YouTube's ads, but now they put like, in a 30-minute video, there's like 8 ad breaks, so I always try to trim it down to 4. Or probably like 1 ad every 15-ish minutes. It really depends. It's either every 15 minutes I put an ad, or I try to limit it to 4 when I can, because it's ridiculous. Most people use an ad blocker anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, the cutscenes are not up-res, so they're the original. Yeah, the story and characterization, while I appreciate the brevity of the... I mean, the premise is actually pretty Really thinking about it, the premise is pretty diabolical, but with how it's presented, I like the brevity. Or not brevity. I mean, I guess it is a short story, but the less epic story presentation, I guess. But yeah, obviously the jokes being run into ground and, you know, normal criticisms of Sonic colors. I follow that. Don't use auto block? Oh, like on YouTube. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting. It helps me continue to do what I do, but I also totally understand if you don't want to see ads. I always make the content with the intention that I won't make money from it. Now, is that a poor business model? I mean, I don't think so. First and foremost, I want the content to be good over everything else, even if that requires cutting back on monetization. I don't really require that much to live with how I live below my means and anything and everything anyway. Words are hard. Some money is nice though, of course. If it did that, it did a really bad job of it. Twitch is way worse with ads than YouTube is. Yeah, most of the auxiliary acts and colors are really short. Normally there's like 2 big acts and then there's 4 shorter acts that are just a micro bit of it. Well, it's also the thing that it just doesn't take much. Like, I never came in with the intention that I would try to extract every dollar. I'm always in the believer that if what I do is good enough, then, you know, that stuff will come. But also, Aquarium Park is super pog. I like how they start you at the bottom because with 60 FPS, the opening tube in this section can actually really mess you up. Oh, nice. Aquarium Park's probably top 5 level aesthetics. It just looks so cool, and the music is fantastic too. Yeah, it's really important to me that what I do is worth watching. So, if I gotta sacrifice money in the short term for long-term stuff, because I plan for these videos to be here forever, of course, so I will take that any second of the day. Yeah, Aquarium Park is just, so good. Water mechanic, or how Sonic does it, I appreciate it because it's probably the best Sonic has ever done water. I don't know. Mostly because it's, not necessarily because it's super duper fun, but more so just unintrusive versus any other water level. They're also really just not too big of a deal. The water sections, like, they're not super complicated or anything in Sonic Colors, so it's not anything ridiculous anyway. For sure. I don't think I'll drown today. Maybe we're just playing as a different Sonic in every Sonic game. This one, it's like, you know, Yoshi. Yoshi was hydrophobic in Super Mario Sunshine, but he's good in other games. Well, I guess that makes a little bit more sense because it could just be a different breed of Yoshi, but... Not gonna try to Sonicify my Mario lore here. Do 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 do. It's Mario, who cares? Exactly. Doing fantastic, man. Glad you're able to relax. I was really looking forward to streaming today. I think there's a very good lineup. I'm also feeling really good about Project 06 too. Anyone who's in the Discord, I've really been starting to get my groove and actually having competitive times in stages now. So I'm excited. We're probably gonna do more Sonic any % this week just because I can't escape the addiction. Did you play? I have played Thousand Year Door. I have not played the remake. The remake is something I might want to save for streaming eventually, because I think that'd be a really fun game to do on stream. I have never beaten Thousand Year Door, but I've gotten as far as, I believe, the boss of Chapter 7. Whatever the snow one is, where you're in the X-Naut Fortress. But since I bought the Mega Man Zero collection for the 24-hour stream, I have not purchased a single new game since then. So, and I don't plan to until the streaming starts turning a profit. I thought you weren't much of a Mario or Nintendo guy, Chaos, but I guess, did you maybe play some Paper Mario? Or maybe I'm just thinking of Zelda. Did you didn't like Zelda? Or just never played it, or one of the two? I guess my question for the remake is that, is there any reason to play the original outside of, like, speedrun skips over the remake, or is the remake just an overall improvement? Yeah, the original Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door are both just incredible games. Very good. Oh, what do you not like about Paper Mario, Nealon? I'm surprised that they did Super Mario RPG remake and then Thousand Year Door remake. I guess it's because Paper Mario is on the Nintendo Switch Online service. Actually, that's probably... Oh, you can't jump here. See, you can't jump in this chase sequence, but you can jump in terminal velocity, I believe. Which is very weird. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's because we're going down, but you're also going down in terminal velocity. I don't know, maybe there's gravity difference or some bullshit. I don't know. Kind of interesting, though, that the way to win this is to not just spam boost. You gotta be careful with it. Hey, what's up, Pariah? Nice to see you, man. How you been? I actually just finished catching up on all your videos. Your videos are so fun, man. I have a lot of fun watching them. There's little... Oh, new so there's no reason. Okay, outside of like speedrun skips and stuff, I guess. I hope they go back to it. I would love to see them just use like the Thousand Year Door assets, but on like original Paper Mario. Never played the Mario and Luigi series. The Knuckles wall jump thing in Superstars is so cool. I like immediately went and tried it out. Ooh, I actually, I did want to ask you, Pariah, is there... I don't want to say is there much reason, but is the decomp, having the decomp of Sonic Mania significantly better than just plain regular Sonic Mania? Like, are the mods a lot better for the decomp, or are they more customizable in the decomp? Yeah, I wonder if that's just a physics quirk or what, but that's really cool. So Pariah talks about in his Superstars video. Actually, I'll just go say, watch Pariah's Sonic Superstars. Sonic Was Always Good video, and you'll find out what I'm talking about. I definitely want to do like a Sonic Superstars year later thing. We'll see when Sonic Shadow Generations. No, I do know what a decomp is. Sorry if I made it sound like I didn't know what it was. My question was just like, at the moment, is it? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems with the climbing is it's just really slow, but it looks like Superstars alleviates that problem, and then climb jumping. Project 06 has fucked up my muscle memory with climbing in any other 3D Sonic game because you don't jump to climb fast in other 3D Sonic games. Yeah, the wall spin dash is really cool. That's why I hope that maybe the prayer will be answered, that we get the Sonic Advance 1 and Sonic Advance 2 stages in Sonic Advance 3, despite how tall of an ask it is. Gotcha. Okay, I'll probably set up the decomp then. If it's the same amount of difficulty as the CD one, then I imagine it won't be too much of an issue. He'll try what I say. All right. Yeah, I definitely am not technically savvy enough to fully understand decompilation. I understand the whole idea is literally reverse engineering the game to where you can put the ROM of the game in a different machine and it'll work the exact same way or something like that, which is why they're legal, because it's all its own code. Like, you're not pirating or code or anything. But we don't discuss that around here, so my apologies for bringing something like that up, but... most of what I know about coding is secondhand, and honestly, my experience with being so heavily... this is really stupid, isn't it? It was just the commitment to the decision and accepting the consequences. Oh god, that was funny. Yeah, no, that's definitely my fault for bringing that up. I shouldn't have. Yeah, exactly. Maybe I'll put that in the short, we'll see. I think I did that in a short a long time ago. Hey, what's up, Silver Eye? Hope you're doing well. But all of what I know about coding is secondhand. I did take a Python class in college, and I actually worked really, really hard to try to understand it. And I also would say I'm pretty good at, like, logic. I mean, I was a math major, so I was surrounded by that type of stuff, but I can't, like, actually code for shit. Yeah, I was determined, even though I was a math major and the Python class was just a support credit, I wanted an A in that class so bad that I literally, like, I think that semester I got an A, a B, and 2 C's. And both of those C's were in my major specific classes. But I was just like, I'm getting a fucking A in this class. It's something that I think I would like to learn eventually, because there is a pretty big mod that I would like to make for Project 06. And in fact, if I don't end up streaming full-time, that's probably what I'll dedicate a lot of my free time to, is this particular project. Which would probably require me to like actually learn coding and stuff. But it's a very long, like probably a sometime within the next 5 years type of thing. It's definitely not anytime soon. I would say I could mostly comprehend it, but I can't exactly speak the language. So I always, like, I do my best to try to understand, like, when I'm talking to Chaos and stuff. Like, I think the bound attack is a good example. Your change to the bound attack between the Shadow and Silver release. No! The Samurai got me. This game's too hard. What's up, young Stuffy? Lose a lot of creative jobs? I mean, it's sort of the thing that, you know, technology comes in and is able to change jobs, but things will always, you know, shift. Like, yeah, we'll lose jobs, but I'm sure there'll be other sectors where those types of folks with their skills will be able to gain jobs. And my personal thing is that, this is just a guess and based on my own experience, is that knowing that a human did something, I think will always be cooler than knowing that an AI did something. Personally, at least when it comes to anything creative in the creative space. What are you gonna do? I'm not gonna say anything about it. Because retail jobs are really good experience for making you a very much not asshole customer. Because you have perspective. And it's good. I wouldn't say I've always said, but at least in my, like, post-college years, I've always said, like, having at least 3 months of experience working, like, frontline, like, either in fast food or as a retail person is very, very important. Because it gives you that perspective to not be just a fucking jerk. And that's gonna happen. Like, it's going to happen. I personally think that taking AI is sort of, like, using AI for that kind of stuff is like a shortcut, but I'm also a dumbass, so I don't know if it's just gonna become the norm. I don't know if I'm gonna start using, like, AI thumbnail arts, but I will still personally always prefer, because there's actually, Beats showed me that there's a website. I don't know if it's a website or if it's a program you download that can automatically subtitle your shorts. Or, like, just subtitle videos at all. But I opt to personally subtitle my videos still. Not only is it more intentional, but I think it's just, like, cooler that way, that I actually go through and do the work, regardless of the fact that I could shortcut it. And I think that kind of perspective is good, too. Like, ultimately, they are there to deliver the product, but I think having the perspective gives you... It just makes the situation better for everybody, I think, because instead of being... Like, say, like, you get your order wrong. Having worked in retail, I understand what it's like if someone comes up to you just fucking furious for no reason, like, even if it's no fault of your own. So I'm always extremely patient at restaurants and stuff, and know that it's probably a culmination of just miscommunication or, you know, some other thing happening that, you know, having a bad day or whatever. Don't I have to hit him a bunch of times? This has probably always been the hardest boss for me. Probably just because I'm bad. No, I don't have any rings. Well, it's like hiring somebody else for free, I guess. But, like I said, I personally think it's always cooler, at least in like the creative space, if a human does the work. I don't know if I'll always think that, but that's how I think right now. Well, I mean, like, I can't even say, like, doing the subtitles is, like, technically, like, 100% authentic because it's not necessarily that I'm doing them myself. I'm just doing them in a more familiar way. Like, there's a script that's written, and I made the script, but I have to type in the words still and stuff, if that makes sense. I'm not, like, drawing the letters, you know?